Welcome to Movie to Beer, everybody. This is Dan Kapersky bringing us in, and our two awesome co-hosts.
You got Blake, your vampire expert.
And Randall, I haven't been churned yet.
Not yet. And on this awesome episode of Movie to Beer, we are going to talk about a newer film that just came out. I believe it was a Netflix exclusive.
Yeah.
Called Night Teeth. And so it's October. We're doing kind of scary movies. We debated, and we've done previous episode was Evil Dead, and we wanted to do something newer. And this happened to just have come out, and it looked interesting.
Tell the story. We were going to watch this a few weeks ago, weren't we?
This was what we were going to watch, and then we decided, let's do The Evil Dead.
Yeah,
we did The Evil Dead.
This one looked so bad.
The trailer's not great. Don't watch the trailer. Just go watch it.
Yeah. The cool thing is that the trailer does give away some things. It doesn't give away the main.
Yeah.
Like what happens in the end. It leads you to think that they're just out partying. And really there's a plot going on. And there's
ulterior motives.
There's some actually good actors and a few good actresses in this film, including everyone's favorite Hollywood starlet that they like making fun of now because she was in too many.
Raul Castillo.
Yes.
That's
yes,
who you're
the
talking
Hollywood,
about?
the Hollywood starlet Raul.
Megan Fox is who I'm referring to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was like, it was kind of like hidden that she was in this. But everybody else, I mean, you have Alfie Allen who was in Game of Thrones.
She had one scene.
She had like
No, she had one scene.
literally 30 seconds on the screen, and that was it.
One scene. And yet she was like prominent on the credits.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Making that money.
Yeah. And a pretty fun little movie.
So the synopsis of this movie.
Benny, I guess he's our protagonist. Yeah. It follows him. He changes the most. Wants to take his brother's car out for a driving job, I guess. Like chauffeur stuff. And he winds up picking up two young ladies. Or are they young?
Spoiler alert.
Blair and Zoe.
They're in their late 40s, which is young-ish. No. But he's taking them around town thinking, oh, they're just going to hit a bunch of parties. But it turns out, and if you've never listened before, we do tend to spoil everything because we want to give you the whole thing, like what we do with the beers. They're actually vampires making moves on vampire territories.
Correct.
And one thing, I'm going to break from the synopsis that I really enjoyed about this, and I'm sure there's movies out there, but they're a little too grimdark, edgy for me to be into. More like vampire having gang territory with like humans carving out a chunk saying, you're not allowed to come here. Like very the warriors of them. And I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah.
Like 5 vampire boroughs kind of in LA, and they're all different sects. But
I
thought it was really cool. I was just partly gangland movie mixed with vampires eating people genre.
It shared a lot of vampire lore from other cinematic universes such as Blade.
It feels very Blade.
Yes, it does. We actually think it actually takes place in the Blade universe.
Once I get some free time, I'm going to post the fan theories that this is connected.
The only few vampires that actually get killed and not just shot in the head, which immediately heals, actually get killed with a blade.
I forgot about the headshot.
And the blade obviously has something in it or on it. I don't know. They don't explain what it is. But
my guess is that it's been blessed or is sacred.
Yeah. Because the brother, Raul, well, his name's Jay in the movie, but he actually has a collection of them in a box. And Benny tries to utilize them later on in the film unsuccessfully because he doesn't know how to be violent like his brother.
Keeps his knives at his grandma's house.
Yes, he does.
Like we all do.
Hey, and they go
Obviously.
visit the grandma, and the grandma's not playing. The grandma about knocked him out. It was hilarious. She's like, "Oh,
that was great." Oh yeah, I always forget her name, but I like that actress.
Yeah.
She's often playing a lot of abuelas.
This is a movie that I would want to play if I was like on a big screen, if I was walking into some cool club.
I was just about to say this. If I owned a bar, Halloween, this would be one of the movies
Yeah.
in the background.
It looked pretty. It sounded pretty. There were a couple of plot holes right about here on the neck. But yeah, I thought this film was surprisingly enjoyable. I'm glad we came back to it.
I'm waiting to see Blair and Benny as worldwide DJ producers.
That's right, because his whole thing,
he wants to become a musician. He wants to become a producer.
He's making beats in the movie, and it gets complimented by a few people. Yeah,
yeah. You should take this out. And, it's not ready yet. Which is what all DJs always say. It's not ready yet.
Perfectionists.
Yeah.
Good film. What do we drink with this? Are we doing a commercial?
Yeah, we got a commercial from an LA based late night general store.
Excellent.
Let's put it in the tape deck. Hit play. Oh, gotta rewind it. Hit play. Hi there, I'm Sal, Sal's late night general store and grocery. I got all your late night needs for your night owls, wink wink. We got red energy drink full of iron and electrolytes, you know, wink wink wink, energy drink. We also got real thick vests that'll stop any kind of sharp wood or metal blade. Not for vampires, no, vampires ain't real, just to stop blades right at the heart area. We also got anti-fire pantaloons in case you do get staked, if you were a vampire, which are not real, obviously. So come on down to Sal's late night grocery and general market. We also got a big gulp machine, so come get some big frozen drink.
Delicious.
Yum yum.
Up. Okay, the tape just warped. It's dead now.
Nice.
We can't ever play it again.
Let me introduce this first beer we drank with the movie. It was a
Ooh.
clean, solid body, rich roasted coffee and grain build, low bitter profile with 0 hops. Dan, what was it?
Third Bird Oatmeal Stout by Little Beast Brewing, which is based here in Portland, Oregon. They were actually have been known for doing sours for a long time and
That's
barrel aging.
right.
They've totally turned it on its head, and actually this beer is phenomenal. It's a really nice standard stout. It has, well, not standard, but an American style. It
Was
fits
this
in
the one that
profile
had
really
a
nice.
bourbony, alcoholic taste?
Yes, this one had
That's
a little
right.
bit of roast on it, but this one approaches more of a Guinness style stout, so it's a little thinner body,
That's probably why I liked it.
light, smaller head, and it was about 6%, so it was pretty standard.
Mm-hmm.
The coffee profile on it, I think, is what most people expect with this style of oatmeal stout. And the body, though, to me, didn't quite stand up to the chew that I'm expecting, because I've made oatmeal beers before.
Hashtag humble brag.
And they typically leave a little bit of that mouthfeel, where you know you're drinking something made with oatmeal. This one doesn't really have that, which is interesting.
Did they call it Third Bird because the brewery's called Little Beast and a bird's a small beast?
You know, that is a good question. I could not find any information about that. They do have some information on their website, or
Nice.
if you go to their brewery tap room in Southeast Portland, you can ask them in person. I unfortunately do not know. But this beer and the other beer we acquired at a local bottle shop who we love and adore called Mac Wine Cellars. They're
Thank
just up
you,
the-
Mac Wine Cellars.
Yes, Tim and Petra. Go check them out. They've been carrying a lot of interesting, fun beers from smaller places, such as the wonderful Little Beast Brewing. And the other beer...
Whoa.
Oh, do you have something to add to it?
Jesus. Slow down.
Yeah.
Okay, now I know there are definitely a few solid bodies in this film, but when we call a beer a solid body beer, like we do this one, what does that mean?
It means it's frozen. You take bites out of it like a popsicle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Wait,
what
that
does that mean?
that
Dan?
might be off.
What does solid body mean?
Solid body sort of implies that the beer in and of itself it may have a thin approach, but it still has a lot of character on the mouthfeel. So it can be solid body, but still have it's thin on the tongue, so it has more watery than syrupy feel. And I know that we've
Like
all
Megan Fox.
Like not drinking blood.
like her
not drinking
performance.
blood. Exactly.
Take it easy.
Hey, you're on it today.
That poor girl had to deal with Michael
No,
Bay.
I'm just kidding. I think her performance was solid. Tell us more about solid body, Dan.
Well, you stole the show with that one.
No.
No, I'm done
So-
podcasting now. I can't beat that.
So a solid, something termed as a solid body for me anyway. And and again, beer judging and beer, perspectives are all related to your experience and what you prefer. What everyone's taste is different. So what?
So
may be-
Anne Hathaway.
Anne
Wait a minute.
Hathaway, yes. Well, for you it might be Anne Hathaway, but it's not for me. For me, it's Sean Connery. So
Attaboy.
there you go.
All
She's
right.
got the real solid body.
So clean.
Sean Connery's got a solid body.
He's also very clean
He
and
is.
rich roasted.
He's rich.
And he's made of coffee.
He's a sugar daddy.
He's got a grain build
and
too.
he can be a little bitter when he needs to.
Definitely low bitter profile.
He can hop.
Definitely.
I've seen that in a movie before. It does happen.
All right. So Third Bird Oatmeal Stout from Little Beast Brewing. Excellent. Check it out. littlebeastbrewing.com.
Yep. The next one that we had, which was also a stout, but this one was a traditional
This
Irish
classic Irish stout. Sorry, I'm going to just jump in. This classic Irish stout with a solid tan, brown head. When poured, drops slowly, full-bodied mouthfeel, rich toasted bread grains, and semi-dark cocoa to coffee bitterness. This one was, Dan?
stout. This is Shetty's Left Peg Irish Stout from Away Days Brewing, which is also in Southeast Portland.
An amazing brewer. awaydaysbrewing.com.
Yes.
I think I like this one more, and I feel like it matched the movie a little better.
And it was lower alcohol. When we
Like
poured,
blood.
if you
Wait a
pour
minute.
them side by side, one looked a little darker than
Depends.
the other, and that's part of the visual appeal. But this one had a much thicker, bigger head. Regardless of how you poured it, it just boom, it was there and it lasted.
Like the
Had
main
a-
character's hair.
Yes,
His
Yeah,
hair
was
was
great.
boom. Great hair. I love it. I wish I could do that.
Yeah, I don't know. He must have been in that makeup truck a lot.
Yeah, he looked good.
He was on it.
But lower alcohol, 0 IBU.
That's what was listed.
That's not possible.
Well, it just so
Can't have
IB
no IBU.
IBU is a relative level of bitterness based on how many bittering units are left over after you get through your fermentation process. And if you don't taste it, then it's not really the bitterness can come from the grain being, burned or roasted. So that's when you say it tastes like cocoa or coffee, that's typically from a grain bitterness that from the malt that you use versus a hop profile. No, hops don't have to be bitter. They can just add flavor.
What?
I know, it's weird.
So, but hold on. IBU does stand for Irish beer units, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Irish beer units.
I feel like you're humoring me, sir.
Okay, so what's the deal with the solid tan brown head when poured? Isn't most head just white?
No.
What?
The color of the head is dependent on the type of grains and the amount of roasting that has occurred with them.
Oh, cool. I legit did not know that.
Yes. And you can have stouts that have a white head. You can have stouts that have a dark brown to black, or even like typically darker brown is more appealable for the Irish and English style stouts that are out there. When I say bitter, I mean bitter is a kind of a relative term. It's going to be more the roasted bitter and not the hop bitter, because they didn't put any or very small amount of hops in their darker beers like porters and stouts. Porters tended to be a little bit more bitter
Yeah.
than a stout. A stout is actually
Stouts are pretty smooth.
a little bit more smooth. They tend to be more balanced than what a porter is going to be.
Coming up on a good stout season. Get nice and chilly.
Yes, it's October. It's stout time.
For as we record, I think when you listen, it'll be November. But have a late Halloween celebration.
Yes.
I loved this movie, and these beers were great.
Yeah.
Let's play Two Drunks and a Sober. Oh, wait, no, what's it called? Two Truths and a Lie.
Yes, Two
Dan's
Truths and a
spoiler
Lie.
corner.
I was not
Dan's
ready. I was not ready for it.
Let's play a little game. All right, so the game is basically Two Truths and a Lie.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go around the table and let's tell the fans something about this movie.
Give
We'll
them
figure out who the
nice
spoiler
juicy
is.
spoilers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
juicy spoilers. Serve it up, Blake. You got one?
I've been trying to figure out which one I want to certainly not make up. No, I'm not looking back and forth suspiciously. A little let down that Megan Fox's one scene ends with her death. Like that blew me, that shocked me. I thought, okay, dang it. This movie's playing for keeps.
30 seconds on the screen, and that's
30
all you needed.
seconds.
That's it.
I have a spoiler here for you guys. Did you guys know that this is the director's second film he's directed? But before this, he was considering opening a brewery.
Wow.
Yeah, in London.
That's cool.
Did not know that.
Dan, you got a spoiler for us?
I do. I have a wonderful spoiler. Benny turns in the end. Mic drop.
What? Only one of us is telling. No, two of us are telling the truth. I don't know how to play this game. Someone's lying.
Somebody's lying, but two of us are not.
Well, check out our Instagram to find out who the liar is. Should we do that? Should we just save it?
It'll be you'll be able to tell when we have a pair of pants on screen that have our name on it, and we'll light them ablaze.
Yeah. Whoever. Yeah, we'll light our pants on fire.
While
I'm
chanting
down.
"Liar, liar, pants
It's
on
Halloween.
fire! Liar, liar, pants on fire!"
Exactly.
All right. Well,
Well, yeah. Thank you for listening, everybody. We had a wonderful time with this episode. We enjoyed the film
two great beers.
and had
two
some
great
wonderful
beers.
beers. I think our recommendation would be it's October. Find a darker beer.
Yeah,
Doesn't have to be a stout, but find a darker beer to enjoy with.
I think a
film.
darker beer matches this movie. There's a lot of bright neon colors, and you'd think a sour would work with it.
Right.
But I say a nice, easy to drink beer. It's an easy to watch movie.
Yeah,
It takes place at night.
Yeah,
it's true. I mean, that
and then a
alone.
little bit of morning.
Yeah, and a little bit of morning where Benny's still walking around at the end, but did he turn or not? I don't know.
Ooh, we'll have to find out
a
in the
cliffhanger.
sequel, or
Or just watch the
not.
next Blade movie to find out.
Sharp
Exactly.
teeth.
All
All
right.
right. All the opinions expressed during the taping of this episode, those are the hosts. And if you don't hydrate,
You're going to dehydrate.
yes.
I
Thanks
didn't
for
do the
hanging.
hands that time.
You did not.
It's really hard.
Yeah, that's funny. So this is Dan signing out. Thanks for listening.
This is Blake saying bye-bye.
This is Randall, not churned yet. Just saying.
Blah.
If anybody vampires out there want to churn me, I could use a. I don't. You know.
I'm
pretty sure if you
sleeping
eat,
anyways.
It's a curse.
I'm pretty sure if you eat enough Count Chocula, you'll turn
Oh yeah, I love
into a
that cereal.
diabetic. Oh, hey.
Hey. See you later.
Done this.